Here we're being reminded that everything that is born eventually breaks apart and is reformulated. The light breaking into many colors as it passes through a prism. Hello, welcome as we continue taking a look at astrology, the Sabian symbolism, the insight, the truth, the storylines of astrology. Today we're on Virgo Pisces 29. I thank you for being here. My name is Kim. If you're new here, hello and welcome. There are a couple of videos in the description that could be helpful if you need a little bit of an introduction. One is on crystal wisdom, what do I mean when I talk about the crystals, and the other is the Sabian symbols playlist. That very first video has an intro, so take a look at that if you need a little bit more information. Without further ado, let's get into Virgo. A couple of ways to say this first one. A man is gaining secret knowledge from an ancient scroll he is reading. Another way, a seeker after occult knowledge is reading an ancient scroll which illuminates his mind. Pagans purifying themselves beneath a waterfall, a witch preparing magic mushrooms. A long sought after formula is finally found in a rare old book. An explanation of a hidden reality. The stone here is Heulandite. It resonates with the third eye, solar plexus, and heart chakras. Therefore, it is a powerful tool for helping us release blockages, trauma. It increases our willpower. It aids in digestion, neutralizes distressing thoughts. It helps us when we're dealing with grief and loss. It aids in past life recall. Sometimes people use it around New Year's Eve because it brings a synergy to the old and the new, bringing out the best of both. The 29th degree amps up our curiosity, our ability to have clairvoyance and psychic attunement. So there's an accuracy of what we're seeing and diagnosing things. There can be a danger with that, in that we should really be focusing on ourselves, not anybody else. Because on this degree, whatever we focus on both ends of the axis, we are magnifying that energy. And we're getting ready to birth the new, whether it be on this end with Libra or on the other end with Aries. So we want to focus on ourselves, tapping into who the truth of what we are is about. We're the ancient scroll. We are the formula found in the old book. So it's a day where we could be prone to looking at the outer because we can notice things very easily. We can be drawn to picking apart things or looking at shiny things, okay? Shiny thing syndrome could be going on here. But you want to look at yourself, whether it's Libra or it's Aries. Rebirth is on the horizon. So understanding that we are the conduit, we are the energy, we are the focus. Let's talk about the mushrooms. Mushrooms grow really fast and they die really fast. They decay quickly. Recognize that there's always more. There is an abundance and an ability to simply enjoy life for what it is, because this moment will only be here right now, and then it dies and it is gone. The mushrooms come up quickly, they decay, and then they're gone. So the witch preparing magic mushrooms is saying we are the ones that can enjoy life, take it in, reap the abundance, or we may constantly feel like we've missed the train because we're so busy trying to be perfect or grasp for things that are outside of our realm that we miss what is right under our noses. The mind can be in overdrive here, wanting to analyze things and overthink things, and life is simple. Maybe on this degree have the idea that life is simple. Everything I need is right here. What I have is enough. When we avoid overthinking or overanalyzing or being perfect at what we do, there is a simplicity that occurs where we find the light in the darkness. We find whatever we need in whatever situation. Being lucky, always lucky. Resisting the urge to mirror what we see. Be careful of the words we say. Like if you want to do something, say, "Ooh, I would like to do that." Don't say, "Ooh, I want to be like her," or "I want to be like him," because then you're taking your power away from yourself and you're imprinting on something that, maybe that is what you want, but know that where the focus goes, the energy goes, the rebirth occurs. We want to move and flow with the energy, not overanalyze it, not overthink it to death. And the pagans, washing ourselves clean. We are heading into a new cycle. We're 2 days away from it. And really one, because the cusp always starts on the 30th degree and it carries over into the first. So the pagans purifying themselves under the waterfall. When you take a shower today or you take a bath, see yourself being washed clean. See yourself cleansed and try meditating on, what is it that I need? What do I need to focus on to bring myself into the new cycle in the most positive way possible? Let's take a look at Pisces. Light breaking into many colors through a prism. A book of healing mantras. Balinese dancers wearing gold costumes. The shifting and modulating of light frequencies, creating messages in color. A line in a drawing is reminding a woman of many things. The stone here is natural glass. It possesses the energy of transformation, enhances verbal skills, concentration powers increase, helps us understand the phenomena of rebirth. It accelerates our spiritual journey. It clears energetic blocks. It supports inner transformation. It facilitates astral travel. It opens the higher chakras, most specifically the heart and crown. Now, natural glass is a wide field. So if this interests you or this degree is very strong for you, you might take a look at natural glass. A few that I found named are moldavite and tektite. There's also volcanic glass, there's desert glass. There's a lot of different natural forming glasses. If this piques your interest, please do a little bit more of search to find the glass that you resonate with the most. Here we're being reminded that everything that is born eventually breaks apart and is reformulated. The light breaking into many colors as it passes through a prism. So unity comes together from our thoughts and our impulses, where our attention goes. Eventually it breaks apart into multiplicity and then is reformulated again. With that knowledge, we want to heal our thoughts. We want to be mindful of our thoughts. The book of healing mantras. We want to bless what's coming in at the highest level possible. Because if we are absent-mindedly creating, we're still creating. So yesterday we talked about the need for change, breaking apart structure so that something new can come in. When we break apart, whatever that is, whatever it is we're reformulating, we can easily just reformulate at the same level and be a slightly different version of ourselves, but not any higher up the karmic ladder or, getting rid of karma. Elevating. So we want to have thoughts that are elevated. We want to have thoughts of ourselves at the highest possible level here so that we reformulate as our highest self. That we're the center of the center, that we are capable of change. We respect the fact that we're the ones putting the focus there, and we want to elevate our game. I have had a child, I know not everybody has, but the few days before you're ready to have the baby, you have no choice but to just sit and be quiet. Sit and be still. And that's not a bad thing, because we're getting ready to jump into a new way of being. So the idea that we're on the threshold of rebirth is a good place to have our mind so that we reformulate in the highest way possible. The only absolute is that things change. There's a constant movement. When something breaks apart, a structure falls away, another structure comes right back up. If we want to be conscious and a part of the creator mode, here's where we put that into play. I am different. I reunite myself at my highest level. I am unique. Everything I do as a representative of all that I am. My spirit, my soul, my mind, my heart, my gut, all are combined, and we reformulate at the highest level possible. So grounded yet elevated at the same time, focused inwardly. The gold here is that everything can be imbued with grace and beauty if we know that we can do it. This degree has a strong ability to do that. One of the backstories is creating dresses fit for a queen, and that's a beautiful meditation right there. It's like, if I'm the queen, what would be in my dress? What is the formula for me to have my highest happiness, to be the purest expression of what I'm destined to be? The raw materials of what we are can be expressed in many ways. There's a positive and a negative, there's a spiritual, there's a hedonistic, there's everything in between. But if we understand that we're here because we're different, we're here to play a certain role, and that even though it changes, it ebbs and flows, and that we're the ones who decide what that looks like. If we do not mirror what we're seeing outwardly, if we do not focus on what we're unhappy with, focusing on universal truth, cleansing and clearing, focusing inward, what is my truth? Why am I here? What is the most beautiful rebirth of what I'm meant to do right now? So we have the ability to make everything golden and shiny, beautiful and graceful, and that is not Pollyanna talking. That is the ability on this degree that we all have access to when the sun is shining here, when Jupiter might be here, if it's strong in your chart. We all have that ability, and it's our right and our duty to focus on that. Own it and focus on it. So that's what I have for you today. Thanks so much for being here, you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Give me a like if you're enjoying these. Subscribe for more. Leave a comment if these symbols are speaking to you strongly, if they're strong in your chart and you want to give us some insight. And take care till next time.